What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Draymond, and welcome to Thorium Gaming. We're back with episode 51 of Freezer to Fallout, our adventures through the post-apocalyptic Boston wasteland. And you guys are going to notice we're not at Acadia anymore, but we have a reason for that. I made a couple of trips back to the Commonwealth to stock up on certain things and build up our settlements because we're going to need a lot of caps coming up. So I did a little bit of work off screen, not a whole terrible amount, but enough to start getting some cash flow coming in from our settlements because we are repping the Minutemen. But there's a reason for all of this, and we're going to have to go through a little bit of it today. Now, we're going to be doing as much of Far Harbor as we can because there's some special stuff here that we need to get. Combat armor is great, but it's not the best non-power armor in the game. That's what we're going after, both for us and for our girl Piper. I went back and picked her up because, well, we've had Kate running around for a while, but with what's coming up, we'd lose a lot of friendship with Kate, and really right now, Piper's our best bet. So, we're in Far Harbor, and we're going to pick up a few things and do some of the side quests before we continue on with Acadia. So let's talk to Avery first.
It's never easy to ask anyone on this island for help, much less a stranger. But I've got a responsibility to these people, and I have a job for you if you're up for it. Besides, I know you're tougher than you look.
Alright, so we've got multiple people trying to talk to us right now, but we're happy to help.
Happy to help with anything I can.
If you say so. We get our drinking water from a purifier not far outside of town. We had a bad storm not long before you got here, and it must have damaged the fog condensers that protect the road to the purifier. I sent Howard Dunbar out to fix them. He was out there when the Mirelurks hit us. I'm afraid they might have got him, too. I was hoping you might go have a look. If the worst happened, maybe you could get those fog condensers back online. If you're up to it, just head south out of town. It's paying work, of course. I wouldn't ask a stranger to stick their neck out on our behalf, unless I was willing to pay a fair share for it.
Well, do it.
All right, I'll head out there now.
Good. Our water supply won't last much longer.
Okay, so we're going to be helping with safe passage, and the other person, I believe, was Pearl, this little robot here.
You're back. Are you that detective I've heard about?
You could say that.
I guess you could say that.
Oh, wonderful. I wasn't sure how I was ever going to find you. I haven't been able to find any of the local police force. The louts. I don't want to start a panic, but, well, we may have a murder on our hands, and we need an outside set of eyes.
Where was the crime, though?
Where did the crime take place?
At the Cliff's Edge Hotel, just north of the town. Will you help us? There may still be a murderer at large.
Well, who's the victim?
Who's the victim?
Well, we want to keep this out of the tabloids, but it's Ezra Parker, the financier of the hotel. Please, you must help us. Every moment we wait, our residents are at risk.
Well, who are your employers?
Who are your employers?
I shouldn't say out here in the open, but my employers are quite wealthy, as are the other patrons of the hotel. Will you help us solve this heinous crime?
Okay, we'll help.
Okay, I'll help.
Oh, thank goodness. Shall I guide you to the Cliff's Edge Hotel now?
We'll meet you there.
Go ahead. I'll meet you there.
Very good. I shall meet you at the main entrance to the hotel.
Alright, so now we can run back into the city and try to pick up a couple other things. Let's just check our quests real quick. We do want to do safe passage, and we have all of the other quests to do. Now, living on the edge is something we definitely want to go through, not just for some of the cool stuff, but for the experience and other things we'll get from it.
You need any odds and ends?
Lord knows she's always carrying on about something.
Well, first off, we're not going to go with you right just yet, because we have an advantage. One of the things I did while we were out is I went to our chem station and made some great mentats. And that's really going to help us out here.
Looking for a bargain?
Yeah, let's barter.
Let's set you up.
Alright, so what could Burks possibly have that we want? It's not a weapon, but we scroll through, Recon Marine Helmet, Agility and Perception. Plus it's a damn sight better than the combat helmet we're wearing. Now it's expensive as all get out, as you guys can obviously see, but we have a plan for that. We're going to sell off a bunch of our fusion cores, because we don't use them. And we'll try and snag some more of his goods. Go to the ammo and try and get as close to that number as we can. But we're also going to be selling off the gamma rounds, mini nukes, railway spikes. Pretty much everything that we don't use is going to be sold off. It includes the cryo cells and even the alien blaster rounds, even though they're only worth 1. Cryo cells are worth more. But there's a very, very good reason for doing this. The Recon Helm is awesome. So while we're in town, there's nothing else we can do here. We did leave a suit of power armor here, did we not? And I guess it's just showing us the terminal. Unless there's a suit over here that we have used but not taken out.
Children of Adam are dangerous. Trust them.
Not seeing it. Anyway, while it's not completely upgraded just yet, this is definitely going on our head. Because it's far better than the Brotherhood of Steel one we're using. And it looks pretty cool.
Give up on taking back my land.
So, what's on the docket for today? Well, we've got to do Living on the Edge, which means we got to do the Blood Tide and Hull Breach. We're not going to do the Leader of Acadia right now, and basically we have these 3 mini quests to do to get things started. So the first one outside of town is the condensers. Then we can go over and take care of some feral ghouls. Then we can go get some power tools. Now there's settlements on the island that we can actually get to help out the Minutemen, which gives us access to more resources out here and will definitely make our life easier. Cranberry Island Bog being one of them. But as we go through the main quests in here, we're going to get access to a full suit of the normal marine armor. We're going to have to buy a set of leggings to go on, because the legendary set that we are collecting right now, well, it's not going to be everything. And we have no access to our Minutemen out here, so there's no point in having a flare gun. I keep cycling through my weapons, and I keep forgetting which way is out. Far Harbor, we're going to be dealing with a lot of stuff in the fog, which means we're going to be dealing with radiation a ton. But I'm not too worried about it. We have a lot of Rad-X and Radaway if things get a little hectic. For right now, we're going to start off with these condensers. And of course, we're going to try and pick up as much as we can that's valuable. We're making a lot of trips back to Far Harbor or our other settlements.
Looks like Howard didn't make it.
Alright, so we got the condenser components.
Myself.
We'll probably be making a lot of trips back to the Commonwealth to sell stuff, so we can build up a cap reserve again to buy the other pieces of armor. Now there's a couple more individuals out there that will sell them, but we definitely want to get the good set. And then we can go back to our base, sanctuary, or anything else that we connect to our Far Harbor settlements. And from them, we can build up the armor and make it all nice and pretty. Definitely doesn't hurt that there's fog condensers all around. Is that another condenser? I guess the last one's down there. That one should be repaired shortly. These minor quests, they're pretty simple. They're worth a fair amount of caps, but the reason we're doing it is to build up the really, really cool side quests that come up a little bit later. And that should be the third one. And once it fully powers up, that'll make the road clear all the way up to the water. Alright, so Captain Avery's quest is done. Let's go deal with some feral ghouls. Now if I have to, I will retire our laser rifle for a little while, considering I really like this explosive assault rifle. And by retiring the laser rifle, we can sell those fusion cells off and get us some more caps towards what's coming up. We bought the second most expensive piece of the gear, not the most expensive. So it's worth keeping in mind for that. The most expensive one is significantly more pricey than this. At the same time, it's worth doing in the long run. So in between episodes, I will be doing some minor stuff with the settlements and other stuff to gain a cap reserve. It'll be a while before we can buy the second piece anyway, because it's in Acadia, and we won't be going to Acadia quite yet. And of course, Piper's using our deliverer pistol. Where is this? There we go. Essentially, we're going to be using ammunition as our stock and trade here. The more ammo we pick up, the more we can sell off. It can make life a whole lot easier for ourselves. Granted, I do a lot of stock and trade in ammo in all Fallout games, because it's weightless in normal mode, which helps. Survival, it's a different story. You end up leaving behind most of what you use, and that's where fusion cores and power armor come in real handy. Especially if you're using a Gatling laser. Gatling lasers are actually fairly awesome on survival. You get enough fusion cores, and if you max out the fusion core talent, you can make it so that you have almost an unlimited source of ammo. Oh, excuse me. While at the same time, maxing out the amount of time that your power armor is out there. And you only have to carry about 6 of them with you. Trouble being that you need to spread a lot of your reserves, if you want to call them that, around to all of your settlements to make sure that you can actually save and restock wherever you go. Survival definitely takes on a life of its own in a lot of cases. Now, where are we going here? Like I said, Far Harbor always turns me around a little bit, and probably going to be some jump scares in the making. I love explosive weapons just for the fact that I don't even have to really hit the enemy. Just shoot in their general area, and that takes care of them. Right now we are avenging that poor lady's husband. Or was it her nephew? I don't really remember with her. She's kinda out there. And that's the other advantage when you're fighting feral ghouls. There we go. More legendary items. I'm going to be selling off a lot of our spare legendaries too, because we don't need them. And this explosive rifle is going to do just fine for everything we need it to do. It's effective against synths, it's effective against ghouls. Might as well use it to the best of its abilities. Now we gotta go over to the tool mart. The tannery. It's not a tool mart. I don't know why I called it that, but, you know, weird things happen. And I generally speak before I think. So, we can go with that too. Everything on Far Harbor has me jumping. Mostly because everything on Far Harbor wants me dead. The only ammo we won't be selling is 5.56 and our 10mm rounds, because we want to give those to Piper, and the 5.56 get used in our assault rifle. There's a hospital or an aid station down there. That'd probably be a good place to raid for some more supplies once we have a settlement or two up here. But to do that, we also have to do this little side quest. Actually, all of the little side quests. So for now, we're going to keep going on that general direction, do the side quests. That's super mutant. I don't hear a suicider yet. There's probably one or two out there. That was a legendary glowing mutant. If you find yourself in a position where you have your hands on any explosive weapon, definitely take it with you, because I'm not exactly the greatest guy in the world when it comes to aiming, as you guys can obviously tell there. But hitting all the limbs at once definitely helps out. Now we can raid all these areas for scrap or other things that we can sell off. Again, I'm going to be like jumping all over all of the ammunition we find because ammo good. Ammo light, I guess we could call it. And it's really, really easy to transport, so it's caps. Basically free caps. If it's not an ammo type for a weapon we use, well, it's not an ammo type for the weapon we use. And the only weapons I'm really going to pick up are ones that are legendary to sell off. If I would have been thinking about it a little bit more logically, well, I would have been doing that for a long time, but let's face it, I don't think these things through. I kind of just roll with it. And you guys laugh at me because, well, you can laugh at me, and it's fun. I don't care if you're laughing with me or at me. As long as you're laughing and having fun, I'm good with it. Which is probably a good way to think about things because I get laughed at a lot. Okay, that was kind of a waste of a third plasma round. Might keep the plasma and our assault rifle. So we have two different types of weapons. I swear I saw another box that had something in it. I might have been seeing this. But I'll keep the plasma rifle and our laser rifle, or assault rifle. That way we'll have two different types of ammunition and two guns to fall back on. Because we have a fair bit of ammo for our plasma rifle. That'll allow us to sell off those fusion cells and do more with them. A fog ghoul. Like Foghorn Leghorn's ghoulish cousin? I would do the voice and try to do the joke, but let's face it, I can barely do regular jokes. I can't do them in funny voices. As we level up too, we'll be focusing on very specific skills to get ourselves nice and set up. Wow, my accuracy and timing on my shots today is just terrible. Apparently I can't loot that ghoul. Starlight Drive-In got attacked. Not such a big a deal right now. The fact that we're having to run over a nightmarish fog irradiated landscape, that's kind of out there. That sounded like a... Ooh, that's a trapper. I thought it was a ghoul. Where are ya? And since I've been doing the Nuka World stuff to get prepared for it, when we get to Nuka World, we're going to be exploring a lot of it. and doing some of the side stuff. But for the most part, well, we can't let gangers and raiders take over the Commonwealth. We are the Minutemen. So pretty much anytime we want, we can call an all-out war down there, and generally make life miserable for a lot of people, while turning it back into something that's semi-good. But that's still a fair distance away. I mean, we've still got Far Harbor to deal with. We're going to try and burn through Far Harbor and have some fun while we're doing it. But I really want that recon armor. Guess they were doing speeches or something there. Maybe making them do poetry so they don't get shot. I've heard of stranger things in the Commonwealth. I'm doing that thing again where I'm wanting to be quiet, so I'm quiet out of the game. Yes, I am very silly. Ooh, some Vim. Nuka-Cola's only real competitor. Now, if we go through this properly, there is a couple of paint jobs for power armor you can get on Far Harbor. While we don't use power armor ourselves, having access to them if you do use power armor is pretty good. Not exactly sure where the patterns for them are, because on my Brotherhood playthrough, I use XO1, and, well, it's XO1. There's only like 3 paint jobs or 3 coatings for it that are any good at all. So we'll have to deal with that being a thing. Right now, though, we need to clear this place and find the tools. I heard a ghoul getting up as we were trying to open this door. A quick draw Gauss rifle. 25 less action points. 25% less action points, I should say. Viper!
Hey.
And we use a Gauss rifle as our primary sort of sniper rifle. We're using the last minute, and I like the limb damage a little bit more than the action points. We're pretty decent on them. I'm passing a bunch of stuff over to Piper. I was hoping to try and slim that down a little bit, but well, that's a heck of a shotgun to just randomly pick up. I was hoping to cut down on the amount of times that I have to pass stuff over to Piper, but sometimes it is what it is. We don't need the 44 pistol, but we'll take the ammunition, because again, we're trying to use it as our way to do things. Apparently there's one of the ghouls down below us, or the tools. Ooh. There, another ghoul getting up. Hopefully Piper will deal with them. So, having done the Minutemen and the Brotherhood, because those are the 2 that I enjoy, well, one I did with you guys, and one is just me playing the Brotherhood because, well, I'm a Brotherhood fanatic. I was considering doing a pistol-wielding, psychotic, always answer sarcastically character for the Railroad. I don't know, though. Railroad seemed kind of sketchy to me. Alright, so we picked up the tannery key off that. There's the power tools we need. And these are hide bundles. They're used to build stuff on Far Harbor. Guy looked like he was doing some stock work beforehand. There we go. Alright, so since we're outside, I'm hearing some fighting. Who's this guy then?
Hold up! I've been casing those rules for weeks. Waiting for an opening. And you dive in, and choppy chop, bang bang, and the whole lot of them dead. You even know what you got right there? A premium set of Pellman's power tools.
I remember Pellman.
I remember commercials for Pellman's tools. Expensive stuff. Top of the line.
What the hell's a commercial? Wait, it don't matter. Mariner sent you, didn't she? Goddamn Mitch and his big mouth. No matter what she's offering, it's nothing. Serious builders will give an arm for them tools. I'll pay you 2,000 caps right here, right now. Deal?
We're not gonna take that. As much as we'd like the caps, no, we made a promise.
I'll pass on the offer.
I ain't hanging around forever. Walk away from this, you'll regret it.
Alright, so that's the power tools collected. And I think that's everything outside right now. Could fast travel back to Far Harbor. Echo Lake Lumber is one of the settlements that we can get. I know that for sure. But I think, yeah, traveling back to Far Harbor to turn these in would probably be a good idea. Alright, so I think that the Mariner is right. Oh, it's Avery.
Those fog condensers are back online.
Good. Our water supply was starting to get low. Wasn't sure how much longer we could hold out. Did you find Howard?
Well, he gave his life for him.
He died trying to get those condensers fixed. The man is a hero.
Yes. Yes, he is. I'll make sure we remember him as such. Well, I said it was paying work.
Oh, thank you. We don't want to ask for more money, especially with Piper around.
Glad I can help you out.
That makes two of us. Now, here's your pay. Gotta start. You're one of them
Alright,
people
and we leveled up.
on the suits?
What the hell is a scent anyway, huh?
Alright, so let's take a look at what we got for leveling up. We could get some damage resistance. We've already got big deal, or cap collector. If we take inspirational for the second rank, yeah, that's probably a good idea. And then we're probably going to want to take Fortune Finder here eventually. We're going to need more caps.
You been to the tannery? You find my tools yet?
Yes, we did.
Here are your tools.
A fair bit of luck running into you. Here's your reward. Well earned. And now to work on the hull.
Alright, so that's that completed.
Bait shop's got everything you need.
You are a curious specimen. Despite our friendly town doing its best to chase you out, you keep helping us ingrates all the same. I got to ask, why do you keep at it?
Well, you're good people, you're just a little bit sidebound.
You're good people in some dire straits. Figured you could use a hand.
Huh? You running for office? Well, if that's the truth, we don't deserve it. Most folk here are set in their ways, yes? It makes no difference how hard you try to get in good. Heck, it took my family 3 generations before the Daltons would sell us a heel of bread. But there's a way. A downright insane way, mind you. You can turn even the most stubborn fool around.
Well, let's change some opinions.
I'd love to change their opinion of me.
Do it right, and all mainlanders might get treated better. In olden times, leaders were chosen by something called the Captain's Dance. Legends say the toughest, meanest, and outright craziest hopefuls would chum the waters and lure out the worst the island could throw it. Once the would-be captain killed the Mirelurk Queen, or Fog Crawler, or what have you, they'd invite the whole island to feast off the bounty. You do this, well, you won't be made captain, but you'll earn respect. Everyone's respect.
Well, I'm ready to be a legend.
I'm ready to become a legend then.
You what? You crack me up. There's an old Mirelurk feasting grounds by Emmett's Causeway, a treacherous stretch along the coast. Go there and throw any kind of meat you got into the water. All that blood and viscera will be sure to attract attention. And then wait. I'll make sure there's a witness or two. Prove to the rest of these clods you belong.
Alright, so that's gonna be fun.
Hard times. Remember, the island's always watching. Be careful out there.
I wiped out the feral ghouls at the campground.
The hero of our saga returns triumphant. I bet the island didn't see that coming. It's only right you get paid for your troubles. Here's 200 caps for you.
Well, we're just happy to help.
I wasn't looking to get paid. I'm just happy to help you out.
You're a good person. I can see that. I've been thinking about what's next, and then it came to me. We all love our grandparents, don't we? Kind, gentle, doting, love to spoil you. You'd never want something awful to happen to them. Nobody would. That's why it broke my heart when I lost Grandpa George.
Well, you have my sympathies.
I'm sorry. You must have been very fond of him.
Everybody was. But that didn't matter to the island. Oh no. He was cursed the moment he was born adult. He had a farm a little ways north of here. Lived a peaceful life, working the land and not causing anyone trouble. The island sent something after him. A huge monster. Mean as spit, with claws to snap steel beams. A fog crawler. Grandpa bravely stood his ground. A shotgun in his hands, holding off that terror while the farmhands fled back here. If you can take out that shell-backed devil, it'll send a message loud and clear that says the Daltons never forget when they've been wronged.
Alright, well the fog crawler will pay.
That fog crawler is gonna pay for Grandpa George.
That's the spirit.
Alright, so is there anything else that we can do in town? Any other quests we can pick up? We gotta do the rite of passage. Looks like it for now. Since we're in town, let's go into our inventory and drop some more great mentats.
You know, when I'm feeling down, a little commerce always cheers me up.
Let's see what you have.
Happily.
Oh, he only has 50 caps right now, but that's okay. 6 takes us to 40, so 16? There we go. Sucks a little bit that we're kind of taking all his caps from him, even though we bought the recon helmet and he should have more, but I guess we've been out there long enough for him to have restocked. So we need to go to the Dalton farm all the way down to the chumming grounds. So it looks like we'll use the tannery as a jump off point. We'll go to the farm first and try to take out that fog crawler, whatever it ends up being. We've heard them before, but we haven't actually seen one yet. So we'll see how this goes. Hey, there's a Pawolski's shelter. We'll take that camera. It's not 100% vital that we get all of the special pieces of recon armor. But it will help. This way we're guaranteed to have at least 1 or 2 pieces of meat on us. We go down into the chumming grounds. I don't know what this fog crawler is going to be all about, though. Could be really, really, really nasty. There's a Mirelurk down there. Is it just the one? I'm just seeing the one.
Hey, something's out there.
And there's the eggs, too. Piper, did you just throw a Molotov cocktail at us? That wasn't cool. Again, I'm doing that thing where I want to be quiet. Gotta be quiet. Especially since we don't know what this... That might be it right there.
If we're gonna dance, let's dance.
Okay, Gauss Rifle beats Fog Crawler. Noted. They're big and ugly, aren't they? Let's make sure we discover the farm. See if we can find anything in here to loot. Oh, there's a mutated fern there. Can use that to create some more medicines. Doesn't look like too bad of a little settlement here. I'll have to build it up as we go along. Now we just gotta go to the chumming grounds. So we'll go back to the tannery. And we'll do this and see what the island can throw at us. That'll probably do it for this week. Again, the island kind of creeps me out. We've got a long way to go still. Now I'm hearing shots. I don't really need to be using pulse grenades. Should probably swap those over. They're worth more. I'm wasting money. Swap over to frags. See if I can find a way up on top of this hill. Piper, you want to get in on this? Ooh, he had an assault rifle. There's some more 5.56 rounds.
Hey.
Just let me know.
While we were back in town, I probably should have dropped off all of our junk. Well, we don't really have access to a workbench in there yet. Sorry for loading you up, sweetheart, but right now you're doing a pretty good job of being a pack mule. I mean, valued companion. No, I mean pack mule. Looks like these super mutants got ambushed by ghouls. I always love it when bad guys kill each other, not us. This almost looks like a settlement you could build up, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Alright, we gotta go back out and... Alright, well, we're gonna try and get to the drive-in anyway, so we have a point of reference. I did die once! You get to see me laugh at me because I died, and it sucked. I ran into a legendary angler, and it did not end well. And since we're already pushing on time, probably a good idea to finish up for this week, and we can start the chumming and everything next week. Well, in 2 days. But speaking of just 2 days from now, the release schedule for this week is going to be a little bit different, but sort of the same. On the one hand, the Sunday, because we're doing a double video for Sundays, and the Tuesday videos are going to be up pretty much identically to how they were before. No change there.
What was that?
This Thursday's video, however, it might be up either later on Thursday than normal, or it might go up Friday. So I do have to work out of town this week, and well, can't really reschedule or postpone that, so they already got up to attack Piper? Or is she on the ground? She's on the ground. So yeah, it'll be similar to normal, but just might have to alter it ever so slightly. Because I actually have to do real work and be productive. Well, at least for now anyway. Eventually I can hang out with all you guys and goof around and call it work. I hope. One day. I don't know why I picked a piece of raider armor. So we definitely don't want to save and everything. Well, there's bad guys running around. Ooh, a lot of them. Oh, I don't want to die twice in one episode. And this is why I really want the Recon Marine armor. I also really wish that Piper could hit the broadside of a barn, but there's that.
I think they left.
Whew. Alright, so with that all said and done, and with the bad guys all gone, we're just going to run up to the roof here. Be kind of out of the way. Oh, there's a steamer trunk and a manager's key. More ammo you can use. Cool. We can actually watch a movie if we really wanted to. Let's just pop out onto the roof here. Well, not down there. I swear I planned these out and I try to remain professional. And if you believe that, you haven't watched the rest of the series. Anyway, guys, it's probably a good place to end it for this week. If you liked the video, guys, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, be part of our community, just hit that subscribe button. And make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes out. Remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.